The air was thick with salt, and the stench of 1,000,000 men. It was the year 480 BC. The Persian Empire, a juggernaut, had come to swallow Greece. At Thermopylae, the narrow coastal pass, the hot gates, a tiny force stood ready to defy a god-king. King Leonidas of Sparta led just 300 warriors, a sliver of an army against a tidal wave of invaders. The ground seemed to tremble. This was more than a battle, a reckoning. Legends would be forged in blood and fire. The world would learn what it meant to face a Spartan. The odds were impossible, a laughable mismatch of numbers. To stand against the Persian horde was an act of supreme courage, but at Thermopylae, bravery was not enough. Raw courage can break. It can be overwhelmed by fear. It can be overwhelmed by exhaustion. It can be overwhelmed by the sheer horror of battle. The Spartans knew this better than anyone. Their entire society was built on a brutal truth. Courage is a muscle. It must be trained. It must be hardened. And it must be guided by strategy. They needed a system. They needed secret weapons. The Spartan warrior was an intimidating sight, but his true strength lay in the secrets of his equipment. His primary weapon was the dory, a spear much longer and heavier than enemy spears, typically around 9 feet long. That extra reach was a critical advantage. The front rank created a dense hedge of spear points, a nearly impenetrable barrier. The dory was a tool of area denial. The second secret was the aspis, the round Spartan shield made of wood and covered in bronze. Large and concave, up to 30 pounds, it covered a warrior from chin to knees. It could be rested on the shoulder to ease strain. Its heavy edge was used to shove and smash, breaking enemy formations. The genius was the double grip. Forearm strapped, hand at the rim, protecting the bearer and his neighbor. Finally, the xiphos, a short, double-edged sword, the weapon of last resort. The greatest secret of the Spartans was not a weapon, but a formation, the phalanx. On the surface, a simple block of men, shields interlocked, spears pointing forward. In Spartan hands, it was a living, breathing engine of destruction. It combined the defensive power of the aspis with the offensive reach of the dory into a single, terrifying system. Each man was protected by his neighbor and in turn protected the man next to him. To attack the phalanx was to attack a fortress wall that could think, move, and kill. Spartan discipline made it deadly. They could wheel, pivot, and advance with baffling precision. The front ranks were a wall of death. The rear ranks drove them forward with the orthismos, the shuv, one of their most secret tactics, the feigned retreat. The enemy, sensing victory, broke ranks and rushed forward. At the perfect moment, the Spartans turned as one, reformed the phalanx. The Persian threat was unlike anything the Greek world had ever seen. Ancient historians spoke of millions. Modern estimates speak of hundreds of thousands. An ocean of men. Not just an army, but a nation on the move. Fleets, supply chains, and elite troops. Leading them the immortals, the king's 10,000, their ranks kept forever full. Armed with bows, short spears, and wicker shields, adorned with gold, undefeated in empire's service. For 2 days, wave after wave broke upon the Spartan shield wall. The narrow pass became a killing ground, the earth slick with blood. Xerxes was said to leap from his throne 3 times. Even the immortals fared no better. Their shorter spears and wicker shields failed against dory and aspis. Lured by feigned retreats, they plunged into traps. The unstoppable tide met an immovable rock. The immortals were not immortal after all. The stand at Thermopylae could not last forever. Strategy met betrayal. Ephialtes revealed a hidden path to outflank the Greeks. When Leonidas learned they would be surrounded, he made a final, critical choice. He dismissed the bulk of the army to fight another day. He and his 300 Spartans, with Thespians and Thebans, would hold to the last. It was not suicide, it was a strategic sacrifice, a rear guard to save Greece. When spears broke, they drew short swords. When swords were gone, they fought with bare hands and teeth. They sold their lives dearly until every last Spartan was killed. They had held the pass for 3 days. Though a tactical defeat, Thermopylae shattered Persia's aura and ignited Greek unity. Their delay saved Athens and set the stage for Salamis, the turning of the tide. The secrets of Sparta were discipline, technology, and strategy, executed without fear. This was how 300 men held back an empire. At Thermopylae, bravery was not enough. The Spartans carried secret weapons and tactics that defied Persia,